We are back with Congressman Chris Smith from New Jersey, and joining us, David Goldman from his home in New Jersey. David, first of all, I want to say thank you for joining us. I know you've had a busy week. You've just gotten back from Brazil just yesterday, trying to get custody of your son, Sean. Tell me, first of all, what are you feeling? You're a week away from Father's Day. What's going on inside of you as you come back from Brazil the 12th time without your son?
Well, Governor, first I'd like to thank you for having me on, and thank Congressman Smith as well for joining us. It's a continual letdown of this tragedy of being separated from my son, something that should be so simple and pure, and it's our God-given right for a parent to be with his child, is for some unknown reason extraordinarily difficult. And as Father's Day comes up, every day is a day that I am, as a father, missing my son. Whether it's a Father's Day or a Wednesday or Easter or Thursday, every day is a day lost with my son that can never be brought back.
Sean is now 9 years old. It was 5 years ago that your wife said she was going on vacation to see her family in Brazil. She went and did not come back. Even though she was married to you and your son is an American citizen, she then divorced you in Brazil, but not in the United States. And then while giving birth to a second child, after she remarried, she died in childbirth. And now you're the only surviving biological parent. Why is this so difficult for maybe the Brazilian courts? Why haven't they already just said, here, this is your son? You know, what's going on there?
I wish I had the answer. That's the million-dollar question. He should have, Sean, under the Hague Convention, should have been returned 6 weeks after his initial abduction, June 16, 2004. For some reason, Brazil still viewed the mother is always the one who gets the child. They viewed that the situation is a custody situation, and it is absolutely not. It is an abduction under the civil aspects of the Hague Convention, which would have Sean returned here with his mom, and the court of competent jurisdiction would decide on their custody arrangements. There could have been a possibility that she would have been allowed to go to Brazil with him for an extended period of time, and we'd have some sort of shared custody arrangement. But she took it all she took it all and had her judges and things just kind of go in her direction.
Now, you had a little bit of good news. You had a little bit of good news this week, didn't you, David, with a court ruling in Brazil?
Well, they decided that the country does want to, in fact, honor the Hague Convention. And there was an appeal or a suit filed to the Supreme Court questioning if the Hague Convention would actually work in accordance with Brazilian law. So 10 Supreme Court justices who've made some very important remarks going over that appeal and that suit decided that, of course, the Hague Convention is applicable in Brazilian law and should be honored, and they said it would be honored. And some of them even pointed out that my son has been there way too long, and this needs to stop, and he should be home.
It's been 5 years since Sean's been in your home. If he came home this week, in time for Father's Day, tell me what you would do on his first day back home in New Jersey with you.
Whatever would make him happy. Whatever he would want to do. It all depends on his emotional state and how he feels. Of course, I would just want to hug him and hold him and just rejoice at our reunion. And of course, he's got a lot of family here, his grandparents, cousins, friends. But however he is, however he looks, whatever he wants, I'll work off how his feeling is. But just to have him home would be wonderful.
David, there isn't a father in America that I can't imagine isn't just feeling an extraordinary amount of pain. And I want to say you were blessed that Congressman Smith was willing to personally get involved, even went to Brazil with you. Is that right?
Yes, Congressman Smith is a remarkable human being. He is a true champion of human rights and realizes that my case is such an egregious miscarriage of justice and an affront to human decency and human rights. But there are 50 other cases of American children. I think there's 65 other American children And if this campaign makes me not only the father for my son, but the parent for all the children trapped in Brazil, then that's our calling in this period of time. And I hope that we prevail and we reunite those children and their parents. And the other countries, many other countries also have children trapped in Brazil at this exact moment.
I'm happy for you that Congressman Smith is working with you, David, and I want to say that I hope that your next time to Brazil is to bring your son Sean home with you. Congressman, I want to say thanks to you.
Thank you.
Tell me one thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people are wondering, why are you doing this? This is not even your constituent. He can't even vote for you. Why is Congressman Smith this involved? I mean, going down to Brazil.
The bottom line, it's my faith in God, and both my wife and I and my staff were so taken up with David Goldman and a love of a dad for his son that we were moved to do anything and everything, and thankfully there are people on both sides of the aisle who feel exactly the same way. Again, what David has done, he's brought visibility, he has brought a focus to this egregious violation of family rights, human rights, as he pointed out, where people are abducting children and never to even allow a visit by the left-behind parent. And David went through that for 4.5 years, couldn't even see Sean. And I had the honor and distinct privilege of being with him in February when they had their reunification, and it was a difficult one, you know, in terms of time and again he had been denied that. There was such a bond, even after all of that separation.
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Governor,
the passion that you have given to this cause. And David, thank you very much. And again,
thank you.
We hope you and Sean are hugging each other and playing in that pool and playing with his toys real soon. God bless you. And
thank you, Governor.
Thanks for
God
being
bless you.
a voice and a face for fathers everywhere who just want to be with their own kids. God bless you.
Thank you, Governor. We're not asking Brazil to do any favors. We're just asking them to follow the rule of law, and it's simple.
Well, we hope they'll do that immediately. Tuesday, June the 16th, marks the 5-year anniversary of Sean's abduction. BringSeanHome.org, hosting a candlelight vigil in 4 cities to show solidarity for David and Sean. For more information, go to BringSeanHome.org.